Lesson R.2, this is example 4. In these 5 examples we have in front of us, there are fractional exponents. So what we're going to do is we're going to convert them over into their radical form, and then we are going to simplify them that way. All right, so in A, 36 to the 1/2 becomes the square root of 36, and then of course this would all be raised to the first power. Well, the square root of 36 we know to be 6, and then 6 to the first power is just 6. All right, for B, 1 over 125 to the 1/3 power, this is going to become the cube root of 1 over 125. And rather than do the division here, we're going to change this into the cube root of 1 over the cube root of 125. All right, well, the cube root of 1 is just going to be 1. And if we come off to the side and break down 125, we're going to find out that it's 5 times 25, and then 25 can break down into 5 times 5. So we were looking for 3 of the same thing. I have 3 5s, and there will be no radical left over because I have used up all of my circled numbers, all my prime numbers. All right. Number 9, we have -9 to the 1/2 power. Now notice the negative is also included in being with that 1/2 exponent there. All right, so this becomes the square root of -9, and this is all to the first power. Well, remember, when we have an even index here, we can't have a negative underneath the radical. So this one actually has no real solution. All right, then for D, we've got -1 to the 4/3 power. This is going to be the cube root of -1, and this is going to be to the 4th power. All right, so let's see. The cube root of -1 is going to be -1, and then -1 to the positive 4th power is going to give me +1. It's -1 times -1 times -1 times -1. And then our last one, we have -125 to the -2/3 power. Now notice that our exponent here is negative, so the first thing I'm going to need to do is take the reciprocal of the base there and then raise that to the +2/3 power. All right, so what we're doing here, we're taking the cube root of 1 over 125, actually it's negative, isn't it? And then all of this is going to be squared. Well, fortunately, we've already done the cube root of 1 over 125. That was 1/5. And if we're going to do 1 over -125, this is just going to become -1/5, which we're going to square. Well, that's just -1/5 times -1/5, which is going to give me 1 over 25.